Jubilee is downplaying Waiguru's defection. Only Waiguru defected, and she did it because she is personally unable to do her politics herself. She needs it done for her by others. That's according to Nyeri Town Member of Parliament Ngunjiri Wambugu. What do you make of the shift?
Well, I think, Trevor, it's a very personal decision for each politician to determine at this time. And I think we need to be frank and open about where we are. And I would be saying, Trevor, that now that the election is a few months from today, you're going to be seeing a lot of political movement from now, depending on how one has prepared themselves to face their electorate.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with your preparedness. It has a lot to do with your record. It has a lot to do with how you predict your future to be like. And so I believe that was a personal decision that Waiguru made. It is her right. She can decide to move to the UDA camp.
Yeah.
She'll face the people of Kirinyaga for that matter. The only one thing I would be saying about this, Trevor, is that I have always agitated, I've always worked and thought and played my politics towards such a threshold whereby it would not become or continue to be such that when it comes to election time, the only thing that matters for you to get elected is the camp or the party you go into for you to become elected. Because at the end of the day, this is the main reason why our electorate always are crying after elections, because then come this time, you find that people stop putting the considerations they expect to be the marking scheme for performance after the election, such that you find, and I hope and pray that all the camps that are there, be it the UDA brigade, be it the ODM team, be it Chap Chap, be it the Musalia Mudavadi and the rest of the teams, if you find that your party at the end of the day becomes such that people just want to come into it and get swept to victory, not because they are performers, not because they have a record, not because they believe that they can deliver, just because they think that when they get into that big wave, they can be swept back to the seats that they were in.
Yeah.
I think that is the tragedy that we must avoid. And I would be appealing to the party leader and the teams of UDA,
yeah,
ODM, Jubilee, and others. Let us now start prioritizing idealism and scrutiny of candidates.
Yeah.
Because if you ask people now, where are we? You hear there are so many complaints, and these complaints have been there forever. And what is the source of the complaints? You promised this, you said you would do this, you never did it. You said you would do this, you're going to deliver, you never did it.
Yeah.
Who is the culprit? What happens at elections time? It is because then we stop to remember, or rather we choose to forget to remember that we have issues,
yeah,
that make us elect people. And so, in summary, now that, Waiguru moved to UDA, others have moved to ODM, others will continue, new parties have been formed. By the way, Trevor, in the history of this country right now, I think there are so many political parties that have been registered right now,
yeah,
that it will be a headache for IEBC even to be looking at who is in which political party. I was looking at my own backyard of Mount Kenya region, and literally everybody who has been in politics for more than the two cycles of 2013 up to now has a political party.
Yeah.
You go to Mount Kenya, you'll find that Keraito Murungi has a political party. Justin Muturi is in a political party. He took over DP. You find former Governor Kiambu has a political party.
Yeah.
And everybody, in fact, and of course, I'm also going to be looking for one from the trend that things are taking. What I'm saying is, yeah, so what is the place for quality leadership? If I was the boss of the ODM or UDA or any other party, and I want to urge my running mate to make sure that we put these checks and balances, look at the performance records for people. Let people not just come there to find themselves in positions just because they think that either they would have lost if they stayed where they were, or just because they think that, you know, when they sing your name, they're going to get elected. And this I make as an appeal to our people, especially, you know, where I come from. We are victims many times over. If you ask us where we are right now, we are at a place we would not want to be in.
And we is
why?
Kenya region.
I mean, I'm talking about the region where I come from, Mount Kenya region. We have not benefited at all from devolution in so many ways. Reasons: the performance record of the people that we elected, and especially those that we have entrusted with resources at the level of governorship. And so I really decry this thing whereby we have now gotten back to where we were so many years ago, that now people are not talking about this is what I did, this is what I would like to do, that this is my record, scan it, look at it, and judge me for what I've done. It has now boiled down to, I want to run to that house, I want to run to this one, I'll go to this one, so that then I can fit in. This is not to those people who are shifting. It is to the people who are electing our people. I'll be telling them that this is the wrong way to go. Let us scrutinize people for their record and judge them as such. We can deal with the issue of political parties. By the way, Trevor, right now, if you look at Jubilee, if you look at even the NASA coalition, it doesn't matter necessarily which parties we are in. We have now this new thing called coalition of parties. Boni Halwale, there, when he was in Senate, he came with his party. And they were in a coalition that still delivered on the mandate of their people. So even we in Mount Kenya region, we can have our party, and that party can form a coalition with any of the other parties that are agitating to form a good government, and we can deliver leadership. Let us not start thinking that unless we go to hide in parties, that's the only way we are going to get leadership. Think about what you said you're going to do.
Governor Mutua, Waiguru's move, political suicide or clever move?
It's a catch-22. You know, one of the reasons that people move parties is because, or they jump ship, like she jump ship is because they may sense defeat, or as she said, she's following the will of the people. We don't know the will of the people yet until the votes are cast, but maybe she's read the Times. However, I remember my example. In the last general elections, when I ran for office, with my own party, Maendeleo Chap Chap, I went against a wave, a huge wave of all the leaders led by, including Raila Odinga came with Kalonzo Musyoka, Mudavadi, everybody came to Machakos with their preferred Wiper candidate, and they rallied against me, and they said Mutua umeisha and everything, and wakasema huyo tutamnasa, nasa, lakini nikawanasa. Kwa nini niliwanasa? Niliwanasa kwa sababu I had worked, and people could see that my Maendeleo Chap Chap ideology, as my running mate is saying, is working and is important. And I got elected. And there people saying, oh, Mutua got elected, what, his performance. The only reason I got elected in Machakos is because I worked. I dug boreholes, hundreds of boreholes for our mothers who are walking 10 kilometers who would not have to work anymore. I changed the health system to make it the best in the country. I brought security. I brought a sense of pride when people do not have to go for, mulio handouts anymore, food, when people can actually grow their own food with the expanded agriculture program and feed themselves, and that shame of being in that list has been removed from Machakos County. It's because of my work. When you work, it doesn't matter which party you come in with. You can come in with a party of wind, you can come with a party, you will be re-elected. Yes, it may make it easier for you to ride on the shoulders of others, but I have not myself personally talked to Governor Waiguru to know exactly why she changed ship. Why did she have to be seen to be going against President Uhuru Kenyatta's party and going to Deputy William Ruto's, party at this time? What is she sensing? What is she afraid of? I don't know.
All right. Dr. Odhiambo? Okay, we seem not to have Dr. Odhiambo there, but on Dr. Kalwale, of course, this is for you, is very subjective. Political suicide or clever move?
Let's leave it to her. I remember 4 years ago when I chose to work with the deputy president.
Yeah.
The Tuesday after the weekend function, Senator Matangi, in a cheeky way, welcomed me in the studio with a cape of Jubilee and a jersey.
So, when was that?
You remember when we were at NTV, M Live?
That time when you chose to...
When I started working with
you. I remember dressing you in a cap.
and so I'm not going to be surprised if you'll still be inviting me here and inviting my brother, that I will return it, because I'll be handing him the UDA paraphernalia. He is coming. He wants to become governor, and if he fights Mount Kenya, you are out of UDA, you have no chance. So let's leave it to Governor Waiguru. But more importantly, the people who are downplaying this move are either living in a fool's paradise or they're simply living in self-denial. The reason is, Governor did not come alone. She came with 25 elected members of the County Assembly of Kirinyaga.
Who wanted to impeach her?
Yes. So finally, she struck the right note, and that's why they came with her. The second point, which I observed my brother from New York, is that yesterday, when I went to the Deputy President's office for our usual weekly consultations, I pumped into Honorable Njogu Barua. Njogu Barua is the Member of Parliament for Kishugu constituency in Kirinyaga. And he had come not with hundreds, but thousands of leaders from Kishugu who came running yesterday saying, because we come maybe from the constituency of Mother Garua, who is the perennial opponent of Waiguru, we don't want to appear like we're being left out. Kishugu is actually coming. So Honorable Barua came with thousands of leaders from Kishugu who I saw physically. Kenyans would have seen if Citizen was playing fair play.
Thousands is
you would have aired.
But
it was I have it on the clip here. I can play if you want.
Thousands is quite an exaggeration.
If Citizen was playing fairly, Kenyans would have actually seen this. It took place. They came. So I personally want to congratulate the governor. I know the social media has been very loud on our history with the matters of integrity, but please, they should not involve us. It is Baba and his laundry at Capitol Hill which actually confirmed that alikuwa mweupe kama pamba. So we are happy to take somebody who is certified and stamped by Baba that she is above reproach. Dr. Odhiambo.
Thank you, Trevor. Sorry for that cut-off, because I've really missed what my colleagues have said concerning.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead. So we were talking about the move by Governor of Kirinyaga, Anne Waiguru, to UDA. Political suicide or clever move? Dr.
A number of things come to my mind.
Yes.
One, as I've always said, politics is local, and that may control somebody's decision. Like Kirinyaga County is perceived like a place where the UDA is rather strong. But then that is only but a perception. In the case of my sister, Governor Waiguru, until I know what it is that she wants to run for, whether she wants to defend her governor's seat or something else, then for now, I may be sad that she made that kind of decision. Why? It's because if it is a matter of the governorship, then I know Ongirishi, who is the current women rep, has been pushing so hard to replace her as a governor, and she was there in UDA before her. And then recently, we also saw the movement of Martha Karua, who has also not really declared what position she wants to run for. And her advancing to be closer to UDA before Anne Waiguru. So if she's really going to defend her seat as a governor, then somebody wonders, how does she think these people or Honorable Ngirichi would step down for her? That leaves a lot to be desired.
Okay.
Number two, if she has to go for another position, you know, sometimes parties, much as they may come with some euphoria that just push people into voting in a certain manner, they may also want to consider other factors like loyalty and those who have been there longer and those who did what first and have done this. So in that case, I'm also wondering what would make her think that she might be the first one to be considered. So to me, I think what would have been important at this point for Honorable Governor Waiguru was to check her record of delivery of services to the people of Kirinyaga and her personal relationship with these people. Because I know, much as people keep thinking that it is parties that will dictate who is being elected where, it is also true and a fact that Kenyans have been able now to identify and differentiate between the chaff and the grain. So there is a very likelihood in this 2022 election that Kenyans may not just elect somebody because a party has said so. Kenyans may elect somebody depending on their record of work and how that person relates with them. And that makes me want to repeat that the voters have a say in this method of appointing their servants election. So being a democracy, we cannot assume that in 2022 somebody would be elected just because they have some party ticket. In any case, Trevor, I think you can pull out many examples where people were given certain tickets which were considered to be a particular party which is popular or strong in a particular region. But these people remained with those tickets. They are not serving. They elected the leaders that they thought were their leaders, even if they were having tickets of very small unknown parties. Or some of them have actually gone in as independent candidates. So even as we make decisions towards 2022, we should not just go by the euphoria of the party. The party may be strong in your area, the party may be popular in your area, but what do the electorate really think about you? To me, that is the central question.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We are running out of time. We have to close now because we've run out of time completely. I know you're waiting for closing remarks, but we've really been pressed for time. I want to thank you all for coming this morning. You will not take a minute each. I only have 2 minutes, and if I give you 30 seconds, you will take the whole
it is important because you see
30 seconds on Matangi. Let's go.
Moni has always said that I dressed him in a cap, and so he expects.
Are you moving to UDA?
One thing that I want, Body knows me very well. He knows me very well. He's my friend for a long time. Trevor, I am a leader who believes in my track record. And I want to state this morning. I believe and I rely on my track record. I work for the people of Kiambu. I make sure that I do what I have to do as a leader. I rely on my ideology and principles that I believe that the people of Kiambu require that threshold. And the people of the Republic of Kenya, by extension, being a senator who is sitting on a national position and the position that I have of the majority chief whip of the Senate, I cannot rely on anything else. And so my track record is the one that I'll rely on to take me places. That one you can take to the bank.
Are you moving to UDA like Luale is alleging?
My brother, I am in Jubilee. I am in Jubilee. and this is not election time. When we get to the time of election,
Yes.
we'll be asking, is our party, Jubilee, moving forward as Jubilee? I'll wait its options, and we see if it's the one, I'll move with it.
Okay. If
I look at it, by the way, you know, I told you, Trevor, and you didn't get it well. And you've been hearing me calling Mutua a running mate.
Yes.
You know, you should have been asking me, do you have a party that you're going to be running on for president? That's the question you'd be asking me.
Now that you've asked it,
I thought that's the question to be asking.
Do you have a party?
So can you ask me that question next week?
You don't want to answer.
Then I will tell you how I'll be running.
Trevor,
Yes.
I will not take a sec.
Yeah.
I just want to use this opportunity to send my condolences to the faithfuls of the African Church of the Holy Spirit, whose high priest, the Most Reverend Shem Shamala, passed on yesterday.
Okay.
I want to confirm to them that I am with them, we are with them, and we'll join them on Saturday as they bury him.
Mutua, 30 seconds.
I just want to say that there's an issue that Dr. Lwale did not get a chance to bring up, and that is the issue of the cost of dialysis. And I want to say that I stand with the KPMDU, I stand with the Kenya Renal Association against some of the proposals being put forward by NHIF. You know, healthcare is a right, it is not a privilege. In Machakos, we are giving free universal healthcare, and what they are proposing is going to hurt our people. Let us consider the ability of our people to be able to get treatment and also to stay alive.
Okay.
And finally, leadership is about consistency. Leadership is about people delivering. Even though we look at 2022, as leaders, we need to ask ourselves, what are we doing? I have posted some videos on my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram on a recent trip I made to Rwanda and the experiences in Rwanda. I asked our viewers, go to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and look and compare where Rwanda was and where Rwanda is today because of leadership. How come in Rwanda fuel is cheaper than fuel in Kenya? Those are some of the issues that we need to be discussing and thinking about even as we approach 2022.
All right.
God bless you all.
Dr. Diambo, 30 seconds.
Thank you, Trevor. My last remarks. I'm calling upon all Kenyans to respond positively to the running call of Azimio la Umoja. We need to be together.
Okay.
Number 2, let all young Kenyans register as voters and be able to elect leaders of their choice peacefully. And last, this NHIS issue is a very serious thing. As a mother, as a woman, I know very many women who need medication. And under the universal health care, we cannot afford, again, to overburden our people by making it impossible for them to access very critical but expensive treatment. So let NHIF please reconsider this decision. And in fact, we should be moving towards a level where all people, whether they have the money or not, can access all sorts of health care courtesy of our government.
Okay.
I am paying heavily for this universal health care.
Yeah.
And yes, other people are suffering. And I believe other people are also paying. So I think here we concur that we need to provide medication, health care services to our people, regardless of how much they are.
Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for making time this morning. We have to take a break now. When we come back, it's time for Cooking Tips with Willis Bazu Raburu. See you in a bit. Asante.